Let's talk about how we navigate through the English 103 course. Now this is a little bit longer video, but it's very important for you to understand all of the course, and I'm going to show you all of the modules. They don't open all at the same time, but I want to make sure that you understand how everything is organized. On the left you will see your control menu, and you will want to use the Modules tab and the Discussions tab. You will also want to check your Grade Center. If you need to email me about your topic and ideas that I might have to help you as you complete a topic, be sure to use the inbox here in the classroom so that you can. On the right, you see the to-do box with links to each of those assignments. You can also click on that calendar and it will take you to a grid of the month so that you can see what's due. Now let's go to the modules, which is where you will be spending most of your time. As you move through the course, you will want to open every page. I haven't included anything in here that's just junk. Everything is important for you to know, and I'll show you a trick to that in a second. But if you ever feel like you're lost in the modules, you're not sure exactly where you are, you can always go back over to your left menu bar and click Modules and see the list and refresh yourself as to where you are. Let's open this page and see how we proceed through the course. You'll find handy tutorials throughout the course. I didn't create these tutorials to test my skills. I did them because many students are visual learners. I know I am. And so content is provided to you in both video and PDF form so that you can receive content in the manner that suits you best. However, I highly recommend that you watch every one of the tutorials. Fun thing is, you can watch them as many times as you need. After you've watched the tutorial, then you click Next, and that takes you to the next page. And then you go through that, and you click Next. If you need to go back, you click Previous. And so it goes throughout the course, clicking Next, 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 and studying each page. That way you're sure you never miss a page. We begin with a Start Here module that includes important information for you to follow. At the end of each module, you'll find this image and click Next to move on to the next piece of subject matter. And on you will go from there. After studying everything in the Start Here menu, you'll move on to the general discussion boards. There are two types of discussion boards. There are the general boards that all will see, and there's your Cyber Cafe group, which is your darling little group that you are part of, where you will complete some activities and assignments that are so fun. We move on to study materials, and this will give you more information that you want to study. I can't tell you how many times I grade essays and I have to take off points because students are not familiar with how to punctuate a title. So this is important. It's short, it doesn't take long, but it's important information for you to know. And so it goes through the study module. From there, and again, these pages open throughout the semester. There are some fun assignments to remind you some aspects of writing. These are all designed to help you understand more about the depth of critical thinking that is required in this course, and they are all really fun assignments. I like them. I always do the assignments myself that I give. So this is the end of that skill refresher model, and we move on. The current documentary. I know I have put 1999 to today, and I know that that doesn't seem current. However, I've had too many students find articles that they wanted to cross over to how that information changed today. There was one documentary that a student selected that was made in 1999, and then that same videographer updated the information in 2017. So it made for an excellent essay from that student. This is not a long essay, but it's an important one. Then that bias in film module ends, and we go on to the next module, which is where you're going to save an endangered species. And one of the important things will be to lock in your animal choice. I have a list on a PDF of animals from which you can choose the one you care about the most, and once that animal is locked down, no one else can use it. So you want to get in there the minute this board opens and lock down your animal choice so that you don't have any duplicates. And then this is where you submit your essay. Always look for these magic words to know where you submit something. And you will always submit one long PDF document. Canvas will put into my grade center one document. And that is the document that I will grade. So you want everything included in that one document rather than sending me a bunch of different documents. This is a study module that is going to be open for a week so that everybody has an information about how argument essays work. There is a little qualitative analysis activity for your cyber cafe, which is fun. Now everybody needs to study this regardless of which option you choose. For this exercise, you have a choice of two options. If you select option A, you will then move on to this set of tutorials. And you will submit the two items required for that in this particular module. If you have chosen option B, then you will move down to this section, option B, and you will follow those instructions where you will submit your proposal, or bone structure as we creatively call it, and your essay. So you have two options for that essay. I think it's fun. I think it gives you a chance to decide which way you want to go on that, and that's coming up later. In all of my classes, rather than giving a final exam that is multiple choice or dry and simply shows that you understood everything we studied in the course, I assign a creative essay project. And the information about that creative essay project is included here. And that was the section that gave you an overview of what you will be doing in the narrative final exam. Next, we move into the nuts and bolts of how to create the essay. I've gone through it step by step in a step-by-step process where I wrote the essay myself, just like I did in the examples above. And you will complete your final exam here. For this final essay, you will be choosing an image from here. Now remember that way back up here in the discussion boards, you've already had an opportunity at the very beginning of the course to introduce your choice for image. Maybe that's changed, maybe it's the same image. Hopefully you've been working on that throughout the semester. But remember, that was the discussion board that you filled out at the beginning of the semester. And remember, you looked at the images and chose one, and then came back to the discussion board and shared that with the entire class. This is one of the few discussion boards that takes place within the entire classroom. So now it's time to write that essay, following the step-by-step instructions. Then when you get ready to submit your essay, as you click on the Submit Here tab, you will see the deliverables for this particular assignment. You might want to print these out so that you have them next to your computer and you can make sure that everything is included in your final essay. and then you're going to submit that on the submit day. You might look over the rubric to see where the points are given for that particular assignment. That wraps up our discussion of the navigation of the course, and from here you will be introduced to your cyber group, which will be your small group, and you'll be able to go to the discussion board and see the entire class and post some comments there. It should be a fun and vibrant semester, and I'm very excited to have you here. English 103 is a blast, I think. So enjoy the course and watch this tutorial as often as you want. Be sure that you read the syllabus carefully. That concludes this tutorial.